Hey, Mom, I told you on a conference call.
Oh.
Dang at the parents.
You mute everyone except me. I tried, but I can't because I'm not the host. No? Okay. Okay, so I'm in a PowerPoint. I'm really excited about it. It's so cute. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Okay. And how do I do this? Okay. So I'm going to be talking about how to rock Instagram. So I know that we just had a call like a week or so ago from Engage with the girl that talked about Instagram, and I cannot say that I have had as much success as she has, but I can say that I love Instagram. I've made a lot of good connections on there, and I'm going to talk about how I think that you should try to make connections on there. I think that the best way to go about it is to be yourself and be a real person. I can totally tell when comments on my pictures are from that paid service, so I just really don't agree with going that route, because the comments are so generic and it's so obvious that they didn't even look at your picture. It's just like a computer commenting on pictures, and I just personally don't think that that is a good way to go about it. So I'm going to have everyone do a self-check, like I said. So I want you to pull up your own Instagram, and I just want you to scroll down past your About You just so you can see your first 4 rows of pictures. So I actually am kind of a creep, and I do look at a lot of people on our team's Instagrams just to like kind of see like what they're doing and how many likes they're getting, and just kind of in case they ask me for advice or for this call, just to like make some pointers. So check out your pictures and do a little self-check, and you can do this periodically to see if there's a variety in your pictures. Are all of your pictures just a sweaty selfie wearing a black tank top in a dark room? Like, if they're all the same, no one's going to want to look at that. Are they clear and bright? Your pictures should be clear. If you hold your camera button when you're taking a selfie, it'll take multiple pictures. So that way, if your arms are shaking from being tired from working out, you will get one clear picture, I promise. So you just hold the button in, and it'll take like a burst of photos, and one of them will be clear. Choose that one. So that is important. Also, do these pictures tell your story? The 12 pictures showing should give a clear image of who you are as a person, how you make fitness work in your day-to-day life, and how someone else like you could make it work too. That's like our whole purpose, is to show people that this fits into every lifestyle. And we all have a niche that we kind of market to. So you want to make sure that those pictures are speaking to that group of people that you're trying to speak to. So if your pictures right now that you're looking at don't meet these criteria, don't freak out. Don't start trying to delete them. Just start today. Just start today making them bright and clear and making a nice variety, showing what you're all about. So are there any questions right now, or anyone that wants to talk about their 12 pictures? Okay. So are you relevant or are you boring? Do you post every day? Do you post 3 times at least a day? You should. I've actually noticed that I do actually lose followers if I don't post 3 times a day. I watch my followers to see, like, obviously businesses like you, because like us, they want you to buy their stuff, so they'll unfollow you, and that's normal. There's going to be like some unfollows every day. But when I don't post 3 times a day, I lose like people that are actually following me. So they really do, like, people really do pay attention. They want to see what you're doing, and if you're not exciting or if you're boring, they'll unfollow you. So it's important to try to post 3 times a day, and it's really not hard. We all eat every day, so share what you're eating, talk about it, share the recipe. We all work out every day, and our followers should know that. So you should be posting about your workout. It doesn't always have to be a sweaty selfie. You could do a picture of your shoes or of your weights or of one of the exercises in a video, whatever you feel like doing that day to add variety. Do you engage your audience with questions or funny stories? Share who you are in the comments to the photos. Some people read them. Those people will likely become your customers. So if you talk about your day or talk about your family or your spouse or your pets or your kids, tell a little story, ask about if they've ever experienced that or things like that in your caption to the photo. Do you share something you're passionate about? You want to make connections with people just like on Facebook, so you want to add other things besides Beachbody into your Instagram. So if you love golfing, then put some stuff about golf in there. If you love running, talk about how the programs have helped you with your running and post about running. If you love cooking, post about cooking, whatever you love. Just add it in there so it's not just like Beachbody Robot. It needs to be you, actually who you are, and that'll make you more relatable. I already talked about this. Does every single one of your pictures look the same, with the same pose in the same room, with the same color shirt on, and making the same face with the same hashtags? You need to put variety in there. It's just important, because if someone's looking down through your feed and every picture looks exactly the same, then they're going to be like, well, I know what they're going to post tomorrow, so I don't need to follow them because I'm going to see the same picture tomorrow. So yeah, just check your feed out, and is it interesting? Would you want to hang out with you? If you saw this person's post, your post, would you be like, oh, I want to follow this person to see what they're going to do next? If not, make the change. Don't delete it, just improve and move on. Everybody still with me? Okay.
Yep.
So this is how I do it. I do my content as 90% me and 10% Beachbody. I throw in that I use Energize in a fun way. I don't just hold up a tub of Energize and say, yum. I make it silly and make it me. So if you're not, like, obviously, if you're not a silly person, then don't do that. Just be yourself. However you use the products, however you like whatever you like, just throw them in there. But you want to share about your workouts and how you fit them into your life, because that is the most important part of what we do. We're showing people, again, they can do these workouts, even if they work full time, even if they have kids, even if they travel for work, they can make it work. So if you travel for work, especially, I think that is a huge thing that you can really reach a lot of people, because that is a really hard one. And I actually have some of my girls who I wish they would not just be discount coaches, because they travel and they rock at working out and eating clean when they travel. And so I do take a lot of those tips, but yeah, it's a good one too. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, this is a big one. Do not use Beachbody related hashtags. I mean, you can use a couple, but if you use them, the only people that are going to see them are people that already know about Beachbody. So that doesn't really help you, because those people already have a coach or already are a coach. So you want to try to use ones that, like, obviously if Beachbody is having some sort of contest that you want to be in, you can throw that in there too. But you want to use personal ones, and then you also want to use relevant ones. And you can Google to find out what hashtags are trending, and then you can use those hashtags. So I do that occasionally. I'll Google and say, what are the top trending hashtags on Instagram today? And then it'll literally tell you, and I just copy and paste them into the comment to my photo. So sometimes, a lot of the time, the most common ones are hashtag love, hashtag girl, and whatever day of the week it is, hashtag Monday, hashtag Tuesday. Those are the most searched for some reason. So I'll just throw those in there, and then more people will see your pictures. So I put a bunch of examples of some fun hashtags that I've seen other people use while I was searching. And then I put in an example of, So you put your picture, and then in the comment to the picture, you'll write a caption, and you'll just use your few standard hashtags that you'll use every day. So say every single day you're going to use Team Just Believe, Sweat, Workout, and 5 a.m. Club if you work out in the morning. So then you'll post that as your comment. And then in a comment to your picture, to your own picture, you'll paste all of these hashtags. And I keep them in a note in my phone, so I don't have to type them out every day. I just copy and paste it in a comment. So that way your caption isn't just all hashtags and hard to read. They're just in a comment underneath, so people can still find you, but they're not like in everyone's face. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so more about hashtags. Most people just wing it, and they'll use spur of the moment ideas like, wow, this is a great hashtag, but nobody's searching for that, so it's not going to help you. So if you put like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying. So it's better to use ones that are always trending. And here, like I said before, here are the most common ones. Love, amazing, cute. They're always trending. Me, follow, pick of the day, selfie are always typically trending also. So if you just throw those in there, even though they might not necessarily have a ton to do with your picture, you can just stick it on the end, and more people will see your picture, and that's what you want. So I pulled up some people that we know just to show you kind of what I'm talking about as far as variety and brightness and color. You can kind of see on Melanie's, everything is very bright. They're all completely different types of pictures. Even though there are like a few selfies, they're all like different angles, different hair, different colors. And it just like is really pleasing to the eye when you look at it. And the same with hers. It is not as bright, but it still is catching. Like you're still looking, oh, there's food, and she's got her shake, and she's with her daughter. Like she's got a nice variety of things that are going on there. And you can still kind of see what they're both about. They both work out. They both like to eat. They both are concerned about their fitness. She's got something about her coach stuff in hers. So just a nice check to do. Oh. There, difference in pictures, poses, and colors. I forgot I did those, my bad. They tell a story about who they are and what they do on a daily basis. And their posts are with value. I don't know if all of you follow Melanie, but in every caption to her posts, her captions are unbelievable. I honestly don't know how she comes up with the stuff that she posts about. They're all like deep and meaningful, and mine are definitely not as deep and meaningful as hers, because that's not me. But for her posts are really awesome. So you can read through some of hers and just see like what she's saying and putting out there to people, and she gets a lot of response. I mean, obviously she's a top coach, so she's got 1 million followers, so she's going to get more comments than a typical person, but her captions to her pictures are really great. So it's something to definitely look at if you haven't seen them before. Okay, so I also pulled up Autumn, and One Fit Fighter. She's a coach that is at Pittsburgh Super Saturdays. I'm not sure like exactly what her rank or anything is, but her Instagram is nice. So they keep it simple. They use their niche. They're their self. Pictures are clean and bright and clear. And you can have quotes on your pictures, or it can just be a picture by itself in the caption. And also, quotes by themselves look really nice. And I've actually seen people where they'll organize it so it goes in the middle row only is all quotes, and it looks really nice. So that's an option too. And if you are interested in doing something like that on yours, I can help you. I can tell you how to do that. So the most important part about Instagram is making connections. Obviously, your posts are important, but how you communicate with other people is how you're going to get customers and get coaches to join you. I search for hashtags that I use and also that have to do with my niche. So I target PCOS girls and paleo type diet people and girls that want to be strong and not necessarily skinny. So I look on those hashtags and I comment on other girls' pictures and I say oh, that workout top is super cute. Where did you get it? Or, whatever applies to the picture, what I'm actually feeling. I really try to make connections with these people. I really care about what they're doing, and I think that makes a big difference. So try to seek out people that you actually are interested in, because they're going to become your friends, and then you're going to be talking to them every day as your customer. So I don't do any comments on people's pictures, just awesome, you rock, because those are the ones that a computer would do, and they'll think that you are a computer. So try to be genuine and be interested in them. I follow people who I think would be good customers, or I follow people who I think would like my posts, and that's how I connect with them, by following them. I don't wait for people to follow me. I follow them first. So that's how I make connections with people. Once you get people that are interested, I talk to them all by direct messaging. I don't put any type of invitation in public comments. I just don't think that it looks tasteful to be oh, come join my group and buy my stuff. I like to talk to them privately. So I send them a direct message on Instagram, and they've actually just changed. So you don't have to add a photo. It used to be that you had to put a picture to send a direct message, but they've changed it. So you can just type now. So I'll direct message them. I'll give them my email address and the link to my like page on Facebook. And then I chat with them just like our normal, the chats that they tell you about on Facebook trainings. Just the same thing. Just, have you ever done a home workout program? Have you ever tried Shapeology? How's your nutrition? Do you need help? Those types of questions, just like any normal conversation that you'd have. Does anyone have any questions?
Open for questions, so go ahead and shoot, everyone.
Okay, I do want to just say one thing, because there's been besides this one, there's been a couple of other Instagram calls. So, and everybody has kind of said something different on how to do things. So what you need to do is kind of find what works for you, because I know the Engage call, she was totally opposite of what Morgan just said on hashtags. She said, don't use anything that is trending. She's find hashtags that have 10,000 or less, people using it, and not use common things. So you just have to find what works for you and play around with it. If one thing doesn't work, try something else, because they all kind of tell you something different.
And that honestly doesn't make sense to me. When I did see that, I was like, well, how the hell are you going to get people to see your picture if you're trying to find stuff that nobody uses? You know
right.
what I mean?
I think her idea of that was it would stay in that section a lot longer instead of getting buried, because, if you got 2 million people doing a hashtag, then it gets buried kind of fast. I think that's what she's going by.
Yeah.
But
if you post enough per day, then as long as you get seen by,
Right.
Are they in the dark?
Yep.
Anyway, questions? I know somebody had a question a minute ago.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Multiple Instagram accounts. How do you set them up? Because I know you can have more than one. You're not restricted like you are with Facebook.
You mean me personally? I have more than one?
Yeah.
I actually don't. I just have one. I used to have a personal Instagram, and then I realized that I was putting everything on my fitness one that I would put on there anyway. So I actually deleted my personal one, and I just have one. But you can have more than one. And if you go into your Instagram and you go to settings, and then you go down to the bottom. It says add, I don't know if that's showing up, add account.
Mhm.
And then you can just link all your accounts together, so you don't have to like sign in and out.
What accounts are you linking? Is it
It would just be multiple Instagram accounts. If you
how do you create them to link them all to the one? You have to have a different email for all of them, because I tried to create a second one.
It's probably a different email for every one of
Email
them.
already used.
yeah, it has to be a different email address.
Okay. Which is kind of easy to do because of all the spamming I get on my other emails.
Okay.
About 5.
Yeah, I just have one, so I don't know.
Okay.
Having too many accounts would make me crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
most of the other accounts are for the here, buy this.
Yeah.
My stomach was growling.
Oh, for the giveaways.
Yes.
I see. I know. I try to not do them, but sometimes I give in.
Yeah.
I have one stuff on there,
one or
though.
two accounts for something like this or that, and it's like I'll check them occasionally.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So does like the self-check help anyone? Like looking down through your pictures to kind of realize like what you're posting and like I think that that's really eye-opening. Like I do it.
Too many selfies for me. Sweaty ones.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of sweaty selfies.
I actually like what I've posted. I think I have a variety. I've always tried to do that on Instagram because I have always gone in and looked and seen, all my pictures. So
Yeah, it really helps you to see what's going on.
I think my big thing is, and I think a lot of us don't do it, is going and finding people to comment on.
Yeah, I never do that. So.
Facebook, you should do that on Instagram, and because Instagram's just easy to slap the picture on there, a little comment, and then you go back to Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty lazy with that myself.
Yeah, and I mean, I completely know that most people aren't like me. Like, I really actually love Instagram. I really enjoy seeing other people's pictures. I really like looking for them and like finding people to follow. And I know that some people just don't have time for that and don't want to do it. So I do realize that. But that's just what works for me. And I like it. And I've made good connections that way. But like, I think one team I watched when I first became a coach, they said something like, find one social media platform and rock it before you move on to another one. Like, don't try to be good at all social medias. Pick one and be really good at it. So if Instagram's not your thing, then do Facebook or Twitter or whichever one that you really enjoy using. So
I don't even know how to use Twitter.
I don't really
I'm lost
understand.
on Twitter.
it's hard on Twitter because they limit you to so many words.
It irritates the heck out of me. Every time I try to post on there and it's like I can't say what I want to say, I'm like, whatever.
I linked my Twitter account to my Instagram, and that's the only time it gets posted there. I don't even see Twitter. I just link to there and put my posts on there, and that's
I
it.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that.
That's all I do. I get no response from there, and I don't really care because I just don't even go on there.
Twitter is for artsy people or something. It's like one of those.
Twitter's for teenagers.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Just a different mindset altogether.
Mhm.
Follow
Or
NASCAR drivers.
super famous.
That's all I use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use Twitter for pirates. For
Yeah, I
baseball.
use Twitter for fantasy football.
Yeah, I follow it for sport.
Fantasy football, definitely.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Okay.
How do you find people to follow? Do you search hashtags that you would use, or do you just click from one screen to the next? Because I know you can do that when you're looking at pictures too.
I search hashtags, and
Okay.
sometimes I'll search ones that I don't use. Like, this is good. I search ones that are like maybe people that are depressed or need something bright in their life. Like, I'll search some hashtags that aren't very happy, and I'm so surprised at how many people are just, they really are sad. So I search them out and I'll comment on their pictures. and just, try to brighten up their day.
I just did that now. I literally just did that while we were doing this training. I looked up, I said, I did hashtag, I searched hashtag gonna get healthy, and I found somebody who wasn't a coach, who had nothing in there. Like, I looked through her whole thing to make sure she wasn't promoting Shakeology at Works, Plexus, or any of that other
Right.
stuff. And I commented on her picture saying, "Oh, I'm not pregnant. I just need to," and I commented like a good paragraph on there,
Yeah, I do that.
see if I get a response. I don't know if I will or not, or if she'll think I'm after her or whatever.
No, I think that if you're genuine and if you actually care, that really comes across, and people won't think that you're being.
And she put in there like religion stuff in there, and I kind of, went along that line too, to kind of find a connect there,
Right, exactly.
I used to do that on Twitter, actually. Would type in weird, depressing hashtags like that. And I get conversations going, but it never go anywhere. But
I'm going to clarify what I search, because I don't want you to think it's like something crazy. I just search depression or PTSD.
yeah, no, like that's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, not like, I don't know. I don't even.
It's actually a really good idea.
The struggle is real.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I don't know. I like doing it.
Actually, that gives me a big epiphany, because I have depression and anxiety. I've never tapped into that at all. Other than to say I use exercise when I'm depressed to try to get myself out of it.
Yep.
And so that's
a niche right there.
right.
Exactly.
Never
Like that,
thought
there's
about
nothing to be ashamed of that. That's a perfect niche to shoot for right there.
Definitely. And those people, I used to have terrible panic attacks and anxiety. So having the support is huge.
Yep.
So yeah, those people need us.
And people don't realize that exercise is the best medicine for depression and anxiety and stuff. So educating them, that's perfect.
Yeah. Yay! I'm glad I did one thing that was helpful.
I was actually waiting for you to use my Instagram as what not to do, because everyone is like a post of my collage. It's like collage. I'm like,
That's what Corey's is.
Yeah.
That's what mine is. Seriously, I don't post any pictures of my food. Because I usually wing it.
And my problem is I schedule too much for Facebook, so I don't post enough live to post on Instagram. I need to stop scheduling.
I haven't done Instagram in years, so all my stuff is old dogs.
Far apart.
Yeah.
Mine's pretty.
The only thing I schedule is for the challenge groups, for my free one that I'm working with Sarah and them with, and then the VIP group. Those are the only things I schedule. The rest is just.
Yeah.
I really like scheduling for my personal page, all those inspirational quotes and stuff, and that really works. I've had a lot of people talking to me since I've started doing that, so that was good.
Yeah, I've been doing the inspirational quote every morning for 4 straight years, and people still love it. So.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm at work, people are like, "Oh, that quote you posted today," and I'm like, "Oh,
I don't remember what it was.
yeah, that one." Because I do it a week or two in advance. If I'm on the computer, I'll just do 7 or whatever, and I'm like, "Uh-oh, I better go look and see what that is."
Okay, any more questions, everyone? Thank you very much, Morgan. That was really good.
Yeah,
that was
That was great, Morgan.
it was good.
Very helpful, and trust me, it was different than the other one, so it was good. I learned.
This one was better than the other one. I got more out of this than I did the other
Me
one.
too.
Me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, thanks. I was nervous. I felt like